Today, you are going to hear a story about one of my ancestors.
My name's Quansah. I'm a performance storyteller.
1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3.
When I perform or write, I'm known as a Kuba, which basically means Wednesday-born girl from Ghana. That's the name my grandmother used to call me.
Oba, you are a noble king, bringing peace to great Benin.
Well, today, in conjunction with other storytellers around the British Museum, we are celebrating storytelling, not just in its own right, but in relation to the wonderful objects that are on display. And in the African Gallery, we have the Benin bronzes, which in fact feature in my story, The Wise Oba of Benin. This is one of the Benin bronzes that once adored the Oba's palace many, many years ago. And if you look very carefully, the Oba wears this splendid rare coral which emphasises his importance. This is the sea god Olokun who features in my story, half fish and half human. And he actually has a big wrestling match with an Oba of Benin in ancient times. The Oba wins, takes the coral, and there you have the Oba that wears this coral tunic.
Unfortunately, I said to you he had 7 Uzama chiefs. One of them was Oladen. He wanted the coral tunic for himself.
The leopard in my story is very, very important. It's a kind of guard dog, and in my story, the Oba uses it to hide inside the wardrobe as a kind of warning to anybody who tries to steal his magical tunic.
He went to get it, and suddenly this paw came out and grabbed him, and then the mouth. To stand in front of the objects is absolutely wonderful. I'm working in conjunction, subject in conjunction with object brings the narrative to life. Even though you have disappointed me, I'm going to give you the robe. Yes, you are surprised, isn't it? I'm going to give you the robe to have just for the night. And then you can bring it back to me when you've had enough.
I started with a little bit of theoretical research, and from that I came to practice. I actually came and sat here, looked at the Benin bronzes. Certain plaques had more in it for me, and then I decided that I would actually become some of the characters within these objects.
As he began to walk, something strange began to happen to him. Suddenly, he felt some scales coming on his feet. There was the Oba in front of him. What is wrong, Oladen? You do not like what has happened to you? You wanted power. You have power now. Now, you have become a creature just like Olakun. You are half fish and you are half man.
Journey as a storyteller doesn't end here at all, in fact. I was very thrilled to write this story inspired by the objects. This is of great historical and cultural importance, which needs to be out there. There are many young families, children, who have yet to discover what I've discovered myself and put into some kind of oral tradition.